Welcome back to the much updated secret garden. As we pop through the gate, we'll see there's some fence that doesn't need to be there anymore. Some fence that, well, it was all buried in the ground. There was 3 layers of it on top of each other that had all fallen down. That's the 5th bag of plastic that I've pulled out of the chaos. So, since you were last here, a lot has happened. We now have a step here. Instead of there just being mud, there is actually a step there. And that slab was underneath all of the mud, as were all of these slabs. These have come up from the bottom of the garden. And all of this stone along the side here, and along here in the little bed we've created, was in the ground. Everything that you can see was in the ground underneath. Well, you can see how deep the earth was, and there's plastic wrapping over the top of these stones, and then the earth was like that deep, and it was full of all of these stones, plastic, glass, metal, all kinds of shoes and various other things. So we dug out all the nasties from this border, and we planted up our lavender that was in the pot, one of the random foxgloves that was growing. Can't remember the name of this, but it's very pretty. Got that from the garden centre recently, and this is another one of the lavenders that was by the pond. This little bit here is for my RC car, so it's a little rock climb kind of thing. And then we have this area here, which was all stinging nettles and old roots from the old tree that was here, but I've got all that up now. Just need to level that off. So when I did the short video, we had only got to about here, and in the way were those, and all of that, and that, and that, and that. But all of it is now over the edge, where it'll all provide an amazing habitat for all the local wildlife, both birds, insects, invertebrates, all that kind of stuff. We've got these ferns which have shot up very, very quickly. And there's some more going on down here. Another big root here, but that's another nice obstacle for the RC car. Very, very pretty ferns. And these were already here. They were just covered by all of that. So they just couldn't grow. This branch here was actually underneath the pile up to about here. So quite a hefty bit of tree stuck under there. So we got to about here about 6 months ago, and we were just waiting for the nice weather to come back so that we could start on this bit, which is what we focused on this weekend. And this bit was, all of that lot was piled up here. It was just a huge pile of chaos on top of it as well. But that pile of chaos is now over here. And so we spent an entire day getting to here, just using not a hand saw. We had an electric saw, but not a chainsaw, unfortunately. But some hefty bits of wood all out of the way, and now this bank can start to recover from having all the stuff on it. And this is a bit that we haven't quite finished, so this is all covered with ivy, and you can see the kind of level of just chaos that was up there. And there's actually a nice old wall hiding behind all of this. But it's now nesting bird season. So we're not going any further deeper in that way. We were checking for nests as we went, just to make sure that we weren't disturbing any nests. Only found one, which was about here, but it had been clearly abandoned. Hopefully not anything to do with that ginger idiot. So yeah, this was all just pointy, spiky, brambly. I mean, look at the size of these things. It's a good inch in diameter. Nettles, 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 nettles. But then we come to here and you can see that lovely, beautiful wall nestling in the back there. Just beautiful ferns coming through. Loads of holly. And there's loads of birds in these trees. Well, bush tree thing here. But the whole reason for wanting to clear all of this chaos was because of this. Chaos. This goes along the next lot of houses, and the next, well, after this section, it's actually clear. People actually use it as a driveway, and it's a shortcut to the train station as well. So I want to get this clear as well. I'm gonna have to go and ask permission to, go and invade people's gardens. Well, it's not actually people's gardens, but I'm gonna go and ask permission just to make sure. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. This is the other reason. The sun is unfortunately setting just over there. And it does set a little bit early here because we are quite high up. Here's the little rascal fox again. So this is our cat Foxy, and he is loving this area down here. Aren't you, Fox? He's not going to look at me though, because I have a camera in my hand. Foxy. Foxy. Pose for the camera. Anyway, there we go. That's your little update on what we've been doing down in the secret garden. Which is, it's actually a public right of way, which has been abandoned for a very long time, but, it's secret. Load of beautiful foxgloves there. This whole patch is owned by the house on the end, and it's actually abandoned at the moment. Need to speak to the people who own it and see if we can get in there and do some work there, because it's all trees. Another nice collection of ferns down there, fending off the bracken. That's another reason why I wanted to get this done. Up there was a lot of bracken, and in that passageway behind the house, the next lot of houses, there's a lot of bracken there as well, and I don't want bracken getting into my garden. Ferns? Yes. Bracken? No. And over here we have our little sofa falling apart, held together with duct tape. That's the view. Oh. Hello, Jasper. Next door's cat. How about don't go get the birds? How does that sound?